We're live in YouTube, and we're just bringing in the scallywags now on the Zoom. There we go. We've got a few coming in now. Hello, hello. Get the Max in. So who's on the Facebook and who's on the Zoom? And remember to put your names in. Monty's in as well. Very good. There's another one coming in. Who's that? Oh, let me just grab that screen. That means I can zoom across here, make this a big screen, and I'll be able to see you all on it. There. There you are. Right, so I've got your Zoom's rooms sorted, and I've got Facebook and YouTube. Don't forget to put your names on in the Facebook or the YouTube. Thumbs up if you can hear me okay. Is Max about to do the sweeping up, or is he going to get chastised for something he's done? Oh, it looks like a broomstick. The wrap over the knuckles then. All right, so I've got thumbs up from Imogen. Who else can hear me okay? Monty can hear me, Max can hear me, Lucas can't hear me. Oh, he can. Very good. All right, we've got a few of you in then. Now, I'm asking you to put, it's not for you to do right now, but mums and dads, if they could put your name into the Facebook, we make sure we get your attendance. Yeah? You don't do it now, but mums and dads can do it for you, but you must ask them to do it. Otherwise, your name won't get put down in attendance. And then where will you be? I've got a few people putting in now. Very good. Let me just see who's Noah, Imogen, and Ava trying to connect. Oh, a bit of a trouble, is it? Is the link okay for Zoom, or is it just the Zoom's been a bit of a pig? What are we having today? We're having, where is it? Where's the Warriors? Boom, there we are. Warriors. Who likes the green? Right then. We're ready to start. Ava will come in just a minute. We're going to start. Carry up. Come there. Make sure your hands are closed. Max, your hands are awful loose. You've got to hold them tight, like someone's just giving you £1 million. You hold them to £1 million. Yeah, don't let go of it. And then take on. All right. So you heard me maybe, if you were on the lesson yesterday, you heard me talking some Korean words. And we're going to do the same thing. In all the classes now, we're going to give you the Korean words. You already know chariot, because you all react. As soon as I say chariot, look, Lucas has just done it. Chariot, attention. Kyungnae means bow. Sho means relax. So I put my left foot out and I put my hands behind my back. And chariot, kyungnae, sho. Junbi. Junbi is ready. Normally, it's this one. But it could be, I say, walking ready stance. Junbi. So that means get ready. I could say baro. I could say L stance, forearm guarding block. Or I could just say guarding stance. Junbi. Guarding stance. L stance, forearm guarding block. Ninja so palmo devimaki. But that's a long sentence. Ninja so palmo devimaki. So just say guarding stance. Junbi. And you all step back. So we'll do that now. I put my right foot behind me. That is the normal way to do it. You put your right foot back first. So just check it's your right foot or your left foot. Lucas, is that your right foot or your left foot? Max, is that your right foot or left foot? There we go. Monty, which is your right foot? You must really practice at your ages now. You must know without thinking. I know it's difficult. I remember. Right foot back, guard. Chubi. Right, Monty. Right foot behind you. The other right foot, Monty. Okay. And we don't cross the hands with this one. This is done like this. Yeah. So let's do that now. Before we do any kicks, let's do this guard. Guarding stance. guarding stance. You just keep changing side. One and the other. So I'll do it this way so you can see better. 1, 2, 1. See how my hands don't cross with this? They go back and forward and back and forward and back. Back and forward like that. I just thought, have I gone live? Yes, I have. Okay. And you can, like Lucas is doing, you can do it with knife hand. Lucas, I did ask you to do it forearm. Lucas, I did ask you to do it forearm. Yeah, so just do forearm again so I know you can do it. 1, forearm. You keep your hands closed. You shouldn't be crossing the hands though. I have said this. Please pay attention. Hands go back, forward. Yeah? And then this way. 1, 2. Monty, you should be doing something. What should you be doing? Yeah, you don't cross the hands. Okay, keep the hands up though, Imogen. Your hands are down here. Look, this is no good. Keep your hands up here. Look where my hands are. Yeah, which way are my hands facing? Can you see my hands? Which way are they facing? So this one here, yeah, and this one here. This is, if I had the hands open, there, like that. So we're going to breathe in and then breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Make sure your hands are closed, Max, because we're still doing forearm. We're still doing forearm, everybody. I haven't said change yet. I almost said change, but I noticed someone was doing something different. Max, watch my hands again. Max, breathe in. That's better. Then breathe in. Much better. Keep the hands tighter, Max. Max, you must concentrate on your hands being really tight closed, yeah? Because sometimes you forget. All right, so now we'll do knife hand guarding block. Because that was forearm, this is knife hand. It's the same, but the hands are open. That's all you have to know. Knife hand guarding block. Knife hand guarding block. 1, 2. See? That's it. Now, how high? Just look a minute, Lucas. Just watch my hands for a minute. I have to breathe in first. Yeah? And then breathe in. Yeah, that's better. Make sure you breathe in and just check your front hand. Which way is it facing? If I do it this way, which way is the face? Is it doing this? No, I'm not a red Indian. I don't go how. Eh? How? How do I do this? No, here. This way. I don't do this. Like in putting my hands down on a table. I don't put it up like this. It's at an angle. That way. Knife hand guarding block. Just check your hands. And again, just check that your hands isn't turned around too far. Look, I'm not turning this way towards the camera. I'm definitely not turning that way away because that's just too twisty for my arm. It's there. That much. Yeah? Check your hands again. Don't drop your hands in between, no? I'm looking every day to see who's going to do the next test. And only the ones that are listening the best and doing the best techniques will get tested, won't they? So you have to remember, each time you come to the class, you've got to impress me with what you've been doing, what you've been practicing, and impress me that you know the techniques and what I'm asking you to do. Knife hand guarding block. Not this, not the hand up like this. It has to be pointing. So Lucas, listen to what I'm saying just now because you've got your hand like this. Right? You're waiting for a high five. But I've got my hand, look, see how it's facing that way? It's that way. Not this way. I'm pointing towards you now. So you could point towards me. I'm not doing this either. It's not a snake or a sock puppet. Yeah? Hello. I'm a knife hand guarding block puppet. No, it's knife hand there. Yeah? I'm Sid Song Kalmaki. No. I'm not an emu. A knife hand. Right? Straight. Okay, so let's go on to another technique. And you're all going to do it, even the white belt. So hopefully Ava's getting on now. I haven't seen her pop in here. If she's there on Facebook, I'll just check who is in here because we have some more comments here. Lucas, Ava, Imogen, Noah, right? And Max is also, he hasn't put his name in yet. But anyway, this outer forearm block, you all know outer forearm. Look again, look at what I'm doing. Be very sure you're doing the same as me. I'm putting the table there. Then I'm putting my arm on the table so that they are watch to watch. Now I've only got one watch, but if I had another watch, they'd be talking to each other. What time is it on your face? Hopefully the same. So that's outer forearm. And it's also knife hand. So you cross the hands the same way, and the other hand goes back to the hip. So let me just see you all practice outer forearm. We've really got to get this sorted before we move on to the next one. Outer forearm. Outer forearm. Let me just see your hands. Get closer to the camera so I can see you cross your hands. Monty's got it right. As long as you block now, Monty, I can see if you've done it. Where's your block gone? Yeah, very good. But the other hand must be at the hip now. Yeah, it's at the hip, isn't it? Can you feel your hip bone? There. Yeah? That's at the right place there. Turn your hand. Imogen, you've got to really practice this on that right hand going back, yeah? So your right hand will be that one. This one here has to go back to the hip, okay? Let me see Lucas doing the block now. Very good. Yeah, I like that one. Let me see. That was not correct, Max. That is now. Oh no. Okay. Yes, that was excellent. But the other hand must come back to the hip and be so tightly closed that I couldn't possibly get your fingers. Yeah, because you got your hand open like this, someone could grab your hand and get your fingers and your thumb and make it really, really hurt. You don't want that. Where's Monty gone? I want to see Monty's block. Cross the hands, please, Monty. Which one are you going to block? That was it. You did it right there. Fantastic. So this one here is outer forearm. And you can do so many blocks with it. You can even do a strike from there. You can do a strike. You can do a low knife hand. You can do a low outer forearm. You can do a middle forearm. You can do a middle knife hand. You can do a high. Imogen, your other hand's not going back to the hip. I'm watching you. And knife hand, high knife hand. And rising block, Chukyo-maki, and Sonkal Chukyo-maki. This one's Palmo Chukyo-maki. This one's Sonkal Chukyo-maki, because I'm using the open hand, the knife hand. Sonkal, right? And as I said before, Sonkal, Terigi, you can do strike as well. You can do a low strike, you can do a middle strike, you can do a high strike. And if you close the hand, you can strike with the side fist. You can have the hand open, or you can have it closed. You can use your knife hand, or you can use your side fist. Side fist. So that bit there, side fist is right there. If I open the hand, it's the same as the knife hand. Yeah, the side fist. There, it's the same spot. Parallel stance. Make sure you got enough room. Move back. Move back, move back, move back, move back, move back. I'm going to see 4-directional punch from white belts. 9th cups. Chunji. I can't really see your chunji. Can you move back, Max? Max, move back, please. Stop jumping around. Okay, I've got plenty of stuff to do at the end for getting rid of that energy. but you have to focus at the moment because I want you to do Chunji the best version you can do ever, because you've only got one chance. You've only got one chance, and this is it. Okay? And if you're white belt, forward axial punch. This is your only chance. I don't know what you're doing up there in the fireplace, Monty, but you should be parallel stance ready to do Chunji. Okay? Let's go. Sijak. Keep your hands closed. I don't know where Monty's gone. He's disappeared. Just waiting now. One more, two more to do. Max, what are you doing wandering around? I've asked you to do Chunji, and what do you do at the end of Chunji? You stay in the last punch, don't you? Because now, in my head, I think, oh, Max has forgotten. Yeah, because that's not the correct hand and foot now, Max. I can't tell now because you've moved. Okay, so there's basic rules. When you've been asked to demonstrate something, you do it and you stand in the last move and don't move. So Monty and Max, you've both moved. You need to remember next time to stay in the position so I know that you know what you've been doing. Okay, Paro, everybody step up. Sure. So there's those commands that we said at the very beginning. We said Jumbe, Sijak, Paro, Sho. Okay, so you're going to do the same thing again. I think that you're all trying really hard. Lucas, I really like that Chunji. Yeah, that was really good. Forward axial punch, very good, Noah. Well done. So Max, Monty, and Imogen, some things to sort out, but that's the rusty one. However, I did say at the very beginning of it, you only had one chance. So Monty, Imogen, and Max, can you do? Monty, stop playing with the phone or iPad, whatever it is. Leave it alone. Monty, Max, and Imogen, you're going to do 10 press-ups. Go. Right, so you get a little rest, don't you? Because yours is very good. Once you've done 10 press-ups, you can stand up. Boom, there's Max already. Yeah, like lightning. And the Monty. Imogen's almost there. She's making sure her press-ups are really good. Very good. There we are. We're back up. Okay, so we do the same thing again. So this is like a second chance, really. But I don't want you to rely on second chances. I want you to always try and do it your best the first time. Yeah? That way we save time. That way, more importantly, you're always trying to do your best and you're not relying on a second life or a third life like a video game. Yeah? Like the games you've got. Oh, I died. Oh, the big guy got me. Oh, I fell off the cliff. Oh, I got run over by a hamster. Right? You keep one life. That's it. No second life, third life, fourth life. No spaceship coming back and beaming you back up again. Yeah? It's just one life. And if you do not good, if it's terrible, if it's a disaster, game over. All right? Let's have no game over. Jumbi. Make sure you got enough room to do it. Imogen, can you go back a couple of steps? Just watch behind you. Make sure you can go. That's it. Ready? Sijak. Nice and strong. I don't know where you are, Monty. You keep disappearing. Woof, that was nearly the screen there, Lucas. Looked like it was going to get my nose. Monty has finished. Imogen's just about finished. You're almost there. Boom, boom, and then two more. Boom, strong punches. Boom. Chun-Ji, Paro, step up. All right. Chop. Now I'm going to go back to what I was going to say earlier. I know Noah's here and Ava hopefully is joining us and other white belts as well, but the other block is done in L stance and it's an inner forearm block. So Noah's not to worry too much, but I think Noah's doing so well, he may as well watch, yeah? Before, the hand was on top, but now this is the secret block. It starts from underneath. You'll have to make sure, Max, you should be watching the screen and listening because sometimes you make a mistake. But if you listen, watch, and practice right now, there's a good chance you'll get this correct every time. So it's Gangnam style, isn't it? Or there's the table, outer forearm block. You put the hand on the table. But this is under the table now. All right? And then you inner forearm block. If you're unlucky, you'll get a pig. If you're lucky, you'll get an inner forearm block. There's your Minecraft table. Put your arm on the table. Create the spell, outer forearm. There's the table. Put your hand under the table. Create the spell, inner forearm block. All right? And Imogen, sometimes you forget. Make sure, this is for everybody, but I just saw Imogen not do it this time. Look at this. What stance is this? Nyenjisogi. Nyenjisogi, L stance. This is not L stance. Even though the feet are in the same place, this is not an L stance. This is an L stance because everything is ticked. L shape, 70%, 30%. Back leg bent over foot, correct. Front knee bent in line with heel, correct. Back straight. Arms crossed the correct way. Inner forearm block. One hand at the hip, the other one in front of the chest. This is all tick, 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 tick. That means it is an L stance inner forearm block. If I do this with my legs are straight. It's not an L stance inner forearm block. So it's wrong. Okay? If you make a cake, who likes making cakes? Me, I like making cakes. Right, if it's a sponge cake and you need milk, eggs, flour, and water and butter, but instead of butter, you put in something like, I don't know, what can you put in instead of butter? Oil. Ooh, like from chips. The chips, ooh. What's your sponge cake going to be like? It might still look like a sponge cake, but is it going to taste like a sponge cake? No, probably not. It probably tastes like fish and chips. Right, so let's see. One more time. Chun-Ji and forward directional punch. Unless you can remember, Noah, if you can remember Chun-Ji, then you can do it. But if not, just stick with forward directional punch, yeah? And remember, it's tricky. I'll give you the first one. Ready? 1. That's the first one. But the back leg must be straight because this is a walking stance. Right, hold on, Noah. Hold on. I haven't said go yet. I was just showing you. Monty, can you come back, please, and stand in front of the... Move back 2 steps. Monty. Right, okay, starting from there. Last chance. Are we going to have a game over or are we going to have a next level? Let's see what happens. Ready? Sijak. Cross the hands before you move. Cross the hands, then move. That's it. Monty, you're having a bit of trouble today. Spencer, can you go sit down, please? Imogen's almost there. She's just making sure she crosses the hands right and she bends the knees. She's doing really well, focusing on making it excellent because she knows she wants to make this perfect and not have game over. Boom, there we go. That's the better one. That was much better that time. Barrow. Sure. Okay, Monty, we're going to have to do some work with you, I think, because if you don't practice, this is what happens. This is true science, right? Who likes science? I like science, okay? And I'll tell you for fact, this is science, right? When you learn something, your brain goes, oh, there's something new. And you have little brain cells, right? And they're all joined together. The connections in them, they go like this. They like grow into twice as many as they did before. So your brain gets bigger because it has new information. It goes boom. Oh, what's this? It's fantastic. And it kind of stays there for about an hour or two, and then it starts going down and down and down and down and back to where it was before. Right? But what you can do is you can stop it coming back in and shrinking again. You can make it stay that much or make it even bigger by actually doing some practice. This is the same for your schoolwork. This is taekwondo work. Anything that you're learning, especially if it's new, if you're forgetting things, it's because you're not practicing. And I've told you before, I made a joke about it leaking out your ears, right? I made a joke about it leaking out your ears. It doesn't leak out your ears, but your brain stops holding it because it thinks, oh, I don't need it anymore. I'll just get rid of it. And so it goes away. But if you do need it, you really want to do taekwondo longer time, and get a black belt or beyond, be a teacher if you want, you've got to have that information in your head. So to keep the information in the head, you've got to keep practicing it. Your times tables, you've got to keep practicing it. Your spellings, you've got to keep practicing. Your reading, you've got to keep practicing. They're all useful things. And the taekwondo as well, you've got to practice it to make it stay in your head. And the more you practice it, the quicker you are at remembering things. 6 times 6, 36. 10 times 9, 90. 3 times 7, 21. So you can remember these things really, really easy if you practice them. If you practice them over and over again. How do you spell elephant? How do you spell fiction? How do you spell banana? Yeah? You must practice these things over and over again. And reading things. This is the letter D. Yeah? It's very, very simple. It's the letter D. You know that because you practiced as a little child, a lot smaller than you are now. A, B, K, D, or A, B, C, D. And then you have words. Dog. And then you have sentences. The dog jumped on the settee or the sofa. Yeah? So you can remember these things because you practice them over and over and over again. You can ride a bike because you practiced it over and over and over again. You know where you live because you went there many times. You know how to eat and hold a fork and not poke yourself in the eye with the fork because you've practiced aiming the hand into the mouth. It's the same with your punches. Aiming, I'm going to punch that bag there. Well, I completely missed it because I need to practice it. I need to practice more my side kicks. I need to practice more my blocks. I need to practice more my stances and my blocks. And Max, put your foot down. And I need to know who's been practicing their theory, because if you've not been practicing your theory, and I ask you a question, and you go, ma, 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 ma. That means you don't know. Yeah? Where does Taekwondo come from? What country? Korea. Right? Because you know. You remember it. It's easy. It's one word. What's the name of the founder of Taekwondo? Doug. No, Doug. Yeah? You got your hands up. The people that know, they got their hands up straight away. The people who don't know or are not listening have not got their hand up. All right, we're going to stop. Some good techniques tonight. It was nice to see, but what we'll do next week is we're going to have a quiz. We're going to have a white belt quiz. So all the questions are going to ask you then, who's going to win the quiz then? Doug. No, the dog. We'll have a quiz and we'll see who can answer the questions. Maybe have 10 questions. And if you don't get the question right, you can write it down and then hold it up to the screen. And if you get it wrong, you've got to do a press ups or a star jumps or a squat thrust or sit ups. You get punishment. Yeah? Or you got to rub mums and dad's feet or something. I don't know. Ooh. Yeah? If you don't win the quiz, you've got to rub mum and dad's feet or their shoulders. Hey, Lucas, you better get the questions right. Hopefully you get the questions right. We'll set that next week. But for now, chariot. Kumne. See you all next class. Well done. Keep the practice up. Don't forget anything. The more you practice, the better for you. Bye for now. Keep practicing. Don't forget to put the names in. Put the names in as well.